Okay, yeah. Like this. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Hello, Amit. Yes, you're the first one. Again, you're the first in the chat. Hello, guys. Welcome to the stream. What I wanted to talk about regarding the recent protests happening was that even though I've said in the past कि मैं पॉलिटिकल कमेंट्स नहीं पास करूंगा, लेकिन आई थिंक दिस इज द राइट टाइम फॉर मी टू एक्चुअली पास देम. आई थिंक it's actually relevant to our future, to us as students, to us as the youth of the country. तो इसलिए मुझे लगता है कि one thing that I don't like, or the prevailing attitude that I have a problem with in students, especially in our country, is that we blind worship. And now this happens with celebrities, this happens with politicians. uh, हम हम सोचते नहीं, हम अकाउंटेबिलिटी नहीं मांगते. हम अगर हमें कोई चीज अच्छी लग जाए तो वी गेट ब्लाइंड इन दैट. एंड वी सी दिस हैपनिंग एवरीवेयर, बी इट इन बॉलीवुड, बी इट इन सेलिब्रिटीज केस, बी इट इन पॉलिटिशियंस केस, स्पेशली इन पॉलिटिशियंस केस एज वेल. हमें लगता है कि अगर कोई है ऊपर ऊपर के दर्जे में तो उनसे हम सवाल नहीं पूछ सकते, वो हमारे बड़े हैं. बड़ों की इज्जत करना मतलब चुप रह जाना है. बट दिस इज नॉट ट्रू. एंड दिस इज समवेयर द रीजन जहां पे हमें लोग इतने आसानी से मूर्ख बना देते हैं. दैट्स व्हाई वी आर जस्ट सो इजी टू इंस्लेव, and have been easy to enslave in the past as well. Look, keeping the British point of view again, how we were enslaved in the past. And यही है यार, ब्लाइंड वर्शिपिंग है हमारे अंदर, एंड आई डोंट लाइक दिस एट ऑल वन बिट. एवरीथिंग शुड बी क्वेश्चनेबल, एवरीथिंग शुड बी अकाउंटेबल, नो मैटर व्हाट. nobody 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 should be allowed to be above. मतलब कि नहीं ये तो भगवान है, इसके इसके इससे तो सवाल नहीं पूछ सकते, इससे तो ये नहीं कर सकते, ऐसा कोई होना ही नहीं चाहिए. And this is the crux not only of democracy, but this is the crux of living a good life. Every, if you go and look at it, every great personality or every successful personality that you see, they were criticized. उनको समाज से कंडेमनेशन मिला था, उनको समाज ने बहुत सारी चीजों को लेकर क्वेश्चन किया था, उनको सफरिंग करनी पड़ी थी, फिर जाके दे बिकम द पर्सन दे आर. बट हाउ कैन बी अलाउ कि कोई भी ऐसा इंसान हो जो क्वेश्चन ना अलाउ करे, जो अपने आप को ऐसा बताए कि नहीं यार मैं तो क्वेश्चन के ऊपर हूं, मैं सवाल के ऊपर हूं. दैट इज अ प्रॉब्लम. अब चलो मैं आपको एग्जांपल दे देता हूँ. यू सी दिस हैपनिंग एवरीवेयर ऑल ओवर द वर्ल्ड. अगर कोई भी मिस्टेक करता है, नाउ मैं अपनी बात करता हूँ, आई मेक यूट्यूब वीडियोस राइट. नाउ इवन व्हेन आई एम नॉट आस्किंग एनीवन टू पे मी एनीथिंग, अब मेरे ऊपर तो रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी है भी नहीं एज अ कंटेंट क्रिएटर. व्हेन आई एम पोस्टिंग ऑन माय फीड राइट, यू विल स्टिल फाइंड पीपल कमेंटिंग एंड आस्किंग मी फॉर आंसर्स कि यार ये तूने कैसे बोल दिया, कि यार तू ये बोल रहा है. मेरे पे लोग हंसते हैं कि जो भी मुझे कमेंट्स आते हैं अलग अलग टाइप के, आस्किंग मी फॉर लाइक डिफरेंट थिंग्स, कि मैंने ये बोला है तो तूने ये कैसे बोल दिया, ये कैसे होता है. एंड दिस इज ऑल लाइक आई एम नॉट इवन चार्जिंग देम एंड आई डोंट इवन हैव एनी रिस्पांसिबिलिटी फॉर देम. तो अकाउंटेबिलिटी ऐसे होती है ना कि इफ देयर इज अ क्रिएटर एंड वो कुछ भी डाल रहा है अपने उस पे, तो आप सवाल पूछोगे ना. सो जब ऐसे सिचुएशन में सवाल बन सकते हैं, तो सरकार से सवाल क्यों नहीं बन सकते. नाउ दीज आर द पीपल हु आर रिस्पॉन्सिबल फॉर आवर फ्यूचर, दीज आर द पीपल दैट वी हैव इलेक्टेड, दीज आर द पीपल रिप्रेजेंटिंग आवर कंट्री. तो इनसे सवाल क्यों नहीं बन सकते. एंड व्हाई कांट दे बी अकाउंटेबल, एंड व्हाई शुड एनीवन नॉट बी अकाउंटेबल, बी इट अ सेलिब्रिटी. आप ये बहुत बार देखते हो यार, क्रिकेटर्स में भी ये होता है कि लाइक विद रिलेटेड टू क्रिकेट, अगर आप कोई किसी को बोल देते हो ना, I've seen content creators जिन्होंने क्रिकेट के ऊपर कुछ अपना कमेंट पास किया एंड लोग उसको इमीडिएटली वो बोलने लग जाते हैं, डिफेंड करने आ जाते हैं. तो क्यों. सो व्हाई शुड एनीवन हैव दैट इमेज कि नहीं इसको तो क्वेश्चन ही नहीं कर सकते. एवरीवन इज ओपनिंग टू क्वेश्चन, एवरीवन. ये ब्लाइंड वर्शिप जिस दिन हमारे देश से हट जाएगी ना, वी विल प्रोबेबली बी बेटर ऑफ, वी विल प्रोबेबली इंप्रूव एज पीपल, एंड आवर क्वालिटी ऑफ लाइफ विल इंप्रूव एज अ रिजल्ट. दिस इज व्हाट वी नीड. कहीं तो फर्स्ट आ रहा हो यार. ऐसा नहीं है यार, ऐसा नहीं अमित, आप बहुत जगह फर्स्ट आओगे. आते ही नहीं, प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस में आते भी है तो मीडिया उनकी साइड रहती है. पीपल एक्सपेक्ट अकाउंटेबिलिटी फ्रॉम सीजेपी नॉट फ्रॉम गवर्नमेंट. एग्जैक्टली. इट्स फाइन, एंड आई थिंक सीजेपी हैज नो प्रॉब्लम बीइंग अकाउंटेबल. अभी कुछ हुआ है रिसेंटली ही कि मैंने अभी देखा है कि someone of their spokesperson was found eating, okay, and वो प्रोटेस्ट अटेंड नहीं कर रहा था, उसको इमीडिएटली उसको हटा दिया सीजेपी ने. So when an online party can do this, when youth can do this, they can be so transparent and accountable, then why can't the damn government be like that. And it is, I think it is entirely our blame, it is our fault कि हम अंध, हम अपने आप को ऐसे पॉइंट पे आई थिंक हमने अपने आप को ऐसे पॉइंट पे आने दिया है. वी हैव बीन बिलीविंग इन थिंग्स ब्लाइंडली. वी डोंट वांट देयर टू बी क्वेश्चंस, वी डोंट डिमांड दिस ऑफ आवर पीपल. हमारे स्टैंडर्ड्स इतने खराब है ना कि हम एक क्वेश्चन भी किसी के पूछ ले तो हमें लगता है कि डिसरिस्पेक्ट है. इट्स नॉट डिसरिस्पेक्ट, इट्स समथिंग वी डिजर्व, इट्स समथिंग दैट इज द बेयर मिनिमम. एंड ये बाहर के देशों में नॉर्मली ऐसा ही होता है, अनलेस इट्स अ डिक्टेटरशिप. So I'm really glad with the things happening in our country, and I hope this is taking a turn. And ये प्रेसिडेंट सेट करती है मेन इंपॉर्टेंटली लोगों को, स्पेशली अमंग द स्टूडेंट्स, कि अगर आपके साथ कुछ भी गलत हो देन यू हैव द राइट टू स्पीक. Hi brother, I recently came across your channel. I have one query. So a couple of days when you're saying she's feeling lost in her career, getting Feeling lost in a career, getting questions like who am I, existential crisis, please guide me. अनिल आप यू कैन वॉच वीडियोस इन माय चैनल. मैंने करियर के ऊपर एक्सटेंसिव अमाउंट ऑफ वीडियोस बनाए हुए हैं जहां पे मैंने अपने एक्सपीरियंस से आई हैव टॉक्ड अबाउट माय एक्सपीरियंस, आई हैव टॉक्ड अबाउट द फ्रेमवर्क्स दैट आई यूज, आई हैव टॉक्ड अबाउट द मिस्टेक्स दैट आई मेड, and I've given a lot of mental frameworks, and I've talked about a lot of ways in how to actually explore your career in the right way. There is no right way to per se, but it's more like I've spoken about how one can actually explore different things and they can come across what they feel is right for themselves. So you can ask anyone who wants career advice to refer to my channel. I've made several videos about every topic you can think about in terms of career. Doing BCA, how's this in future? It depends on how interested you are in coding. If you are interested in coding and tech, then BCA is an amazing degree. If not, then probably not so much. Dharmendra Pradhan met AIR to why he shouldn't be meeting with parents of the children who ended their life. How much time should we give to one field to see if this is for me or not, like editing, marketing, etc.? See, there is no set time कि इतने टाइम में इतना टाइम देना चाहिए नहीं, but it is more like it is at least 1 month to 3 months का process minimum इतना होना चाहिए, 1 महीने से 3 महीने के अंदर. That is how you find out whether you are actually compatible with what you have chosen, if you can actually do that or not. It's like a lifestyle decision, right? It's a lifestyle choice. It's like, let's say I tell you from next month start changing your toothpaste and use a different toothpaste. So you might buy one packet from me, right? And you might try it for 1 month or however long it lasts for you, and you will see that how that toothpaste is performing. If you actually feel some change in your teeth, in the health of your teeth, in the quality of your teeth, then you'd be more inclined to use it in the future. If you don't, you'll be changing it. This is exactly how it works in terms of career as well. So if you think that you can do something, you want to try it. You want to try it for 1 month ideally, or 3 months, anywhere between that, and you don't need to see how you're feeling about it, how your day-to-day life goes when you're doing it. That is the best way to actually tell whether you will be able to sustain whatever you're choosing for your career or not. But right now the problem is that the way we think about this is that we are waiting for the perfect moment, or we are waiting for the perfect thing to come to our minds, and then we'll be like, okay, let me do this degree for 3 years, 4 years, only then I will decide. But this is a completely wrong perspective in order to decide your career. It's like it's the same thing that we have in terms of relationship or marriages in India as well. हम मिलते नहीं, we don't know that partner in arranged marriages, and we are expected to be or spend our entire life with them without ever meeting them. First, you need to actually live with someone. Before you live with someone day to day, you need to see their attitude, you need to introspect and in whether they are compatible with you or not. Only then you'll be able to decide if they are worth it for you to spend your entire life, and if you can as a person spend your entire life with them. But if you don't do that and you just directly jump to marriage, or you directly just decide to take a degree and then you decide to do a job for your entire life in a certain field, how do you think that's going to work out? It's probably not a good idea, right? What kind of questions can I ask here? You can ask really anything related to your career, anything related to your life, habits, any problems that you have in your life. And for people who are joining the stream for the first time, I also have this service जहाँ पे आप मेरे साथ one-on-one call पर आ सकते हो, and you can talk to me about your problems and I'll guide you. But it's a paid service, and you can get that link. यहाँ पे मैंने pin की हुई है उसको chat में, and you can also get that link on the top of my YouTube channel bio में, जहाँ पे मैं लोगों की प्रॉब्लम सुनता हूँ और उसको solution देता हूँ. But initially सब hard क्यों लगता है? Sometimes we enjoy things initially, but when it get hard we stop enjoying, and in some case initially it feels hard, and once you become good at it we start loving it. Yeah, that is just the truth of life, right? You can't escape that. That is just how anything works. If you only enjoy something initially, then that thing you are just liking the honeymoon phase of. You don't even like that thing. Until unless you spend your years in that thing, you spend some time suffering, you're okay with going through some sort of loss, even, or you're okay to spend a lot of time even when it gets boring. That is how you know that thing is for you. Like for example, this thing, YouTube or live stream, I've been doing this for months and months now. When I first started, it was much more like I was much more motivated at the start. But because I love it, because I actually like the thing, because my personality actually matches towards doing this, it's much easier for me to continue this. I've been doing this for more than a year now, almost a year now. My YouTube in general for a year, live streaming I've been doing for more than 4 or 5 months now. So even days when it's hard, even days when I feel that it's challenging, I have no problem because I understand that it's a part of the process. So you have to accept that this is a part of life. Like no matter whatever it is that you're choosing at the initial stage, it will be hard for you. And once you adapt with it, once you learn to do it in your day-to-day life, it will eventually get easier and you will adapt to it. But now you need to keep improving 1%. That is the framework really. As far as you're doing some sort of momentum, as far as you're doing it every day, you will by default you will improve in that thing. You don't even need to bother. The only promise here or the only hard thing here is to do it consistently, which most people fail at. एजुकेशन की प्रोटेस्ट में रिलीजन को बीच में ला रहे हैं और फिर भी तुम लोग सही बोल रहे हो, ब्लाइंड वर्शिप तो ये है, इट्स नॉट प्रोपेगेंडा. It's not propaganda. Where is the religious thing जो आप बोल रहे हो? I'm pretty sure जो protest में maximum लोग have been joined, they are doing it not because of the religious reason, but they're doing it for the cause. The cause is education here. So if you care about the education system, if you care about accountability, if you really want to challenge and you want to protest for the cause being education, and the cause being a whole damn government not being accountable to the deaths of students and a lot of other things which honestly need to be protested about. This is just how democracy works. All right. Anyways, that's it. Yeah, about this topic. Yeah, how big it could one be? So here, what could be the correct strategy? How to test any field fast and fail fast? That's a good question. By doing it every day. By doing it every day, Sahil. If you do something every day, that is how you learn or find about something as quick as possible. I found a private BDS college with low fees, combined 12 to 14 lakhs for 5 years. Should I go for it? You have to give me context, Amit. Like again, I would ask you to see your future. Like what exactly is it that you're planning? Just because you found a college which with low fees does not mean that you should choose it or that you should go for it. That's not my advice to you. You should look at, is it compatible with you? Is it compatible with what you're looking to do in the future? Only then whatever you want to spend or whatever time you want to invest in it is worth it. If not, then it's mostly useless because you're going to be doing it half-heartedly and your motivation or your intention is not in the right place. So the point here is to be, whatever you choose for your career, you need to be purposeful about it, and it needs to in some way be compatible with your personality. If that's not the case, then you won't be able to sustain that thing. I keep repeating this every day. I keep repeating this every damn time. So I hope that I can ingrain these things in your mind. All of the people watching who are confused about their career, or who have the wrong mindset that just because something seems like okay, there's a lot of scope in it, it's worth for them to choose. This protest a religious angle. See, that is unfortunately the problem. Like with our country, no matter what we do, we are going to end up being stuck and hurting some religious sentiments of someone. This is kind of the problem of living in such a large country with lots of people with different beliefs and cultures, that we can't unite in one certain cause. It's always been the modus operandi for like people to manipulate us as people. It's like it's the best way. And this is a psychological thing, this is very deep. मैं आपको YouTube के पर्सपेक्टिव से समझाता हूँ. Now in a creator, like even this I've noticed as a creator, अगर मैं किसी चीज को टारगेट करके एनिमी बना के उसके बारे में बात करूं वीडियो में, कि जैसे मैं बोलता हूँ कि सिस्टम खराब है, इंडिया की सिस्टम खराब है, कि हमारे पेरेंट्स ने जो हमें सोच दी है वो खराब है. व्हेन आई टॉक अबाउट दैट, राइट, पीपल आर मच मोर लाइकली, जब मैं फियर्स को एड्रेस करूं लोगों के, कि देखो यार करियर बर्बाद हो जाएगा, आपके फ्यूचर डार्क है, ये है वो है, तो जब डरा के मैं बात करूं ना, पीपल आर मच मोर लाइकली टू वॉच दैट, एंड पीपल आर मच मोर लाइकली टू लिसन टू मी. And this has happened in my videos as well. जब मैं the video that really, like the video that changed my channel, उसमें thumbnail में था I wasted 5 years. तो मैंने जब लोगों को डराया कि आपका इतने साल वेस्ट हो सकता है, that is when people, like something strikes in us, like fear. We are much more responsive to fear, unfortunately, than we are to love, or than we are to actually, like, people actually talking about something practical or rational. So this has been something that a lot of people manipulate in us as people. They know that we have these religious beliefs that we are very sensitive about. तो इसलिए इतने easily media और इसलिए easily कोई भी government religion या धर्म का नाम लेके हमें manipulate करती है. And we as people are easily lost into it. This is a negative point. This is what allows people to like divide us so much. Okay. I think I get bored with things way too easily, and I have this weird habit of procrastination. I'm currently pursuing a designing in UX UI, bachelor's in design in UX UI. And one point I got so bored that I enrolled in an online BCA from Manipal, Jaipur as well. Somehow managed to carry both degrees at the same time. I've now finished the BCA and I'm on track to complete my bachelor's in design 2 by next year. Recently, I joined a data analytics course from IntelliPart and a video editing cohort from AV. I was genuinely excited at first, but after a while, lost interest in both. Now I'm sitting on a pile of backlogs, feeling guilty for wasting my parents' money and not sticking with what I started. I don't know why this keeps happening. It doesn't dive in, then the interest just fades. Has anyone else dealt with this? How do you stay consistent instead of considering changing something new? So, Alina, this is a problem that a lot of people constantly come across. This is certainly a problem that I have come across, and this is something that I've spoken about several times. So the thing, what happens is that, see, it's like a shopping mindset. कि जब आप कोई दुकान खोलते हो and you see you open Amazon, for instance, you open an online shopping app, right? And you're looking at your window shopping, you're looking at different options, right? So when you're about to buy something, it seems like you're in power, you're in control, right? You can choose something, and no matter what you choose, it will be a good option. So like our minds are conditioned in a way that we can come across different things, and then we'd as a result be like, okay, yeah, this is so easy to choose, this is so easy to choose, because at the starting everything seems exciting and new, right? So this does not mean that we are actually we actually like that thing. This means that we are only craving for that excitement that purchasing a new thing gives us. So although, like, I'm not against this is a really good approach, that you actually tried different things. This gives you a lot of experience, but now you do not need to feel guilty or regret, because you know so much, you know so many options that you've tried, and as a result you know that these things might be or might not be for you. So use this technique as a way to navigate different things and to understand whether that thing is actually working for you or not. There is no problem with you having done this, because now you have more knowledge, right? You know that editing might not be for you, or what having a technical degree means, what doing something properly actually means, what video editing means. There is nothing wrong with that, but now your approach should be to actually choose one thing. Stick with one thing for 3 months or 4 months consistently, and that is always much better than choosing 3 or 4 things and doing them each for 1 month. So I hope you understand my point. So what you need to develop, the muscle that you need to develop, is consistency, because in this day and age it is very easy to get distracted, to try different things. Anyone can do that. Anyone can purchase lots of courses and they can come across and get distracted very easily, because there's so many distractions. But what is harder is to stick to one thing for at least 1 year, 2 year, 3 year, actually get until you get results. This is how you learn the process. But once you do that, once you develop the consistency muscle, right, it will be much more easier for you to actually explore different things, because then it will give you, then you will have the mental framework and the capacity. So that should be your approach, Alina. बट द मेन प्रॉब्लम इज सिस्टम, नॉट द गवर्नमेंट. स्कैम्स तो कांग्रेस के टाइम पर बहुत हुए थे और बीजेपी में भी हो रहे हैं, क्योंकि एवरी पार्टी इज बेस्ड ऑन रॉटन सिस्टम. इवन इफ रिजाइन, नथिंग विल चेंज. इट विल चेंज, इट विल चेंज, बिकॉज दिस विल बी अ न्यू प्रेसिडेंट सेट कि लोगों में ये है कि मतलब अगर आप गलत करोगे तो आप नहीं टिक सकते उस चीज में. इट्स लाइक द सेम, इट्स लाइक सेइंग कि यार मैंने अपना टाइम इस चीज में बता दिया या नहीं बता दिया, कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता. It's like what you're trying to say, and what I believe the sentiment is with a lot of people in our country is also the same as कि यार मैं यहाँ पे वोट डालूं, वहां पे वोट डालूं, नहीं फर्क पड़ता. बट द थिंग इज कि फर्क पड़ता है यार. हर एक वोट काउंट करता है, हर एक सोच काउंट करती है, आपकी हर एक दिन में जो भी आप कर रहे हो वो भी काउंट करता है. इट इज वेरी इजी टू deny it, or it is very easy to, what is the word for it, इट इज वेरी इजी टू फील कि नहीं यार मैं जो भी कर रहा हूं ना इससे फर्क ही नहीं पड़ता, क्योंकि इतना बड़ा देश है, इतनी बड़ी, इतनी इतनी करप्ट सरकार है, इतनी सारी सरकार आई गई है, सब में तो करप्शन है, मेरे एक वोट से क्या फर्क पड़ जाएगा. लेकिन वही एक वोट मिलके करोड़ वोट बनते हैं, लाख वोट बनते हैं. तो इफ यू आर नॉट अवेयर ऑफ योर सिचुएशन, इफ यू थिंक दैट यू डोंट मेक अ डिफरेंस, देन यू विल लिव योर लाइफ लाइक दैट. सो इट इज मच बेटर टू एक्सेप्ट कि नहीं यार आपकी चॉइस से फर्क पड़ रहा है. इफ यू आर अवेयर, एटलीस्ट डू समथिंग अबाउट इट. It is better to do something about it than to not do anything and just be in the same equilibrium कि नहीं यार कुछ फर्क नहीं पड़ता, मैं तो अपनी लाइफ नॉर्मली जी रहा हूँ, ठीक है, क्या फर्क पड़ता. So यार give more importance to your vote, give more importance to your life, give more importance to your actions. Everything matters. It is very easy to think that nothing matters, but actually everything does. What is the meaning of success? Success is very subjective. What might be success to someone might not be success to everyone else. The problem with success is that a lot of people like just conjoin and have the same definition कि पैसा, गाड़ी, बंगला यही success होता है, material things. But it's not actually true. It is very much possible कि you get whatever you want or whatever you think you desire, and even after that you are still not satisfied because you will want more. So that is the issue with how we look at success, or how I think rather than success people should be looking for towards processes and fulfillment कि मुझे ये चीज करने में मेरे दिल कितना खुश हुआ, कि मैंने आज का दिन गुजारा, क्या वो वेस्ट गया कि नहीं. यू कैन इवैल्यूएट बेस्ड ऑन कि मुझे फील कैसा हुआ at the day. And I don't mean this in terms of short term gratification, क्या आपने आज कुछ बहुत सारी अलग अलग चीजें instant gratification के लिए की, आपने scrolling की and आपको अच्छा लगा. It's more about how you feel after the day is ending, when you're going to sleep. When you'll have a productive day, you'll notice that when you're tired, right, you'll actually enjoy that much more. But scrolling might feel good in the moment, but at the end of the day you'll always regret it. So this is a good evaluator कि आपका दिन कैसा जा रहा है, आपकी लाइफ कैसी जा रही है, ये देखने के लिए. But hey, you told to stick with one thing, but how we find that one thing? Because I stick with one thing for 1 year, then found out I was wrong and knows how to deal with. Okay, Sahil, if you find that even after doing something for a year, it's not for you, then that is time to change. That is good enough data, right? So what my advice is for, it's for a lot of people who fail to find even a little bit of consistency in something. So I simplify it for a lot of people. But if you can do one thing for 1 year and you still find that it's not like interesting for you, it just doesn't seem like it makes sense for you in the long term, then that is when you know that you have enough data that you should change it. In fact, not even 1 year, you can find that out in 3 months if you do it for every day. I'm never one to ask people to do something that they don't find interest in. And in fact, I'm the biggest mascot of it. Like my career has literally been like this. I've gone from being a computer science master student to going in sales to having a job to actually being a full-time YouTuber. I've done variety of things in my life, in my career. And it's a very big mistake or a mindset problem when people think that just because you've chosen something you need to stick to it for your entire life. It's the same as saying that okay, just because I'm in an arranged marriage which is toxic, which has like I've spent 2 years of my life in it, so I'll be spending the rest of 50 years of my life in that arranged marriage even though it's toxic, and I know that it won't work in the future. It's the same as saying it's the same thing when people decide to stick to one thing only because they've given it like 1 year of their time. So you can imagine how much of madness this is. Hello, Akhil. But Mantaz, I'm low-key lost. I have no clue which field I should commit to or which one I should drop. The worst part is I get bored of almost everything after a while. The only thing I never seem to get tired of is gardening. Well, no job in gardening. How do you all figure out what you're actually meant to stick with? I seem to get tired of is gardening. Well, no job in gardening. How do you all figure out what you're actually meant to stick with? The point about this is that it's a continuous process. Okay, it's not that it's a magical pill that okay, I'll tell you something, or or one day, you one night when you sleep, you go to sleep and you get the dream that this is the thing for your that you're supposed to spend your entire life with. The whole point of it is that it's developing. It's like it's dynamic. Interests keep changing, right? So you need to adapt, and you need to look at the systems or frameworks behind that specific thing. For example, in gardening, how you need to evaluate is look at what part you like about gardening. What thing is it that really drives you towards that gardening? Because does it relax you? Because it seems like relatively there is no stress or pressure. Is that why you like gardening? And look at the things which you don't like, and why is it that you don't like them? For example, you have a hard time sticking to things as soon as they get boring. Does gardening not get boring? Does like do other things not get boring? Do you understand the framework or the mindset on how you need to think about things? There is no one magical thing that we're all supposed to stick with. I believe it's more a dynamic thing that okay, one day you think like this, but with the knowledge that you have regarding that thing, let's say the principles that you know about gardening, those same things can be applied to different things as well. And it's a whole process. It's like it you need to do this every day actively. You need to find out what kind of a personality do you have. What is it that when you're spending your time with it just passes and you don't even realize? What is something that you'd be more inclined to talk about to other people? Like okay, I just like ask you one thing and you'd be like okay, I know so much about this. I can go on never ending yapping about this. That is how you know you have interest towards something. And that interest in itself, it's not contained. Okay, it's not like okay, there is only one type of gardening, or there's only one little thing. Gardening is very vast in itself. Any field that you can be interested in is very vast in itself. There's lots of things that you can actually discern from that specific thing. I hope I'm making a little bit of sense, Alina, when I say all of this. Okay. I'll tell you this really nice quote that I heard, which might help you guys a lot. Okay, and this is coming from a very popular big creator, Tanmay Bhatt. Okay, so so the quote basically goes, "Love what you do until you love to do." What does this mean? Again, I'll repeat it for you guys again. Love what you do until you love to do. So the point here is that you need to find out something in your life which you love so much that you'd be doing it every day, which you'd be okay doing every day. And when you find that thing out and you're doing it every day, right? Again, don't think of it as a magical process where you're like okay, you're just coming in a dream across whatever that thing is. It's a trial and error process that you'll have to try different things, and as a result you will see how you feel in regards to that thing. Okay, for example, for me it's video making, right? Like I love talking, I love giving my advice, I love learning things and then teaching it to you guys. So Now that I know this, now when I was starting my YouTube, it's not as if I had in mind that I would be talking about careers or I'd be talking about this specific topic. I just got out and I was making videos. I was talking about things that interested me. Now, as I was doing that, I was doing something that I love, which is that I love talking. I loved like speaking. I loved giving advice to people. So I talked about my experience. I talked about how I lived life. I talked about the things that even remotely interested me. And as I was doing that, automatically a niche was crafted. Now you would see my channel with 6,000 plus subscribers. Now there's a variety of topics that I talk about. It doesn't have to be one thing in particular. There are several or various topics that I talk or make videos about. Did I always have one particular thing that I was sticking with? No, I wasn't. But as I was doing what I love, which is talking, I eventually discovered that what things I can talk about, what things I don't talk about. Now I'm in love with the video making process in general. Now I can, like, in any fine day you ask me, you'd see that I'm so consistent that my videos come out every single day. I've posted 400 plus videos. Now I'm never lacking for topics. And this is something that I get asked every time from people, that how do you come up with topics? It's something that just happens naturally. I so naturally have a lot of things that I need to talk about that it just comes up to me. And while that comes up to me, it's topics are never a problem for me. So now I just love to do. What do I love to do? I love posting videos. So I'm not doing this for the money or the views or anything. Even if I get no views, even like I've spent days in my live stream at the start when there were no viewers, when there were no chats at all. Like it was one person at most, right? But even I still did this because I was not doing it for the views, or I was not doing it because of anything else. I was doing it purely because I like doing this stuff. So as I was doing what I loved, I discovered what is it that I discovered a love for doing. Now I love to do. Now I love to create. In one way or the other, I'll make, either I'll write posts, I'll make a video, I'll come live, I'll talk to people about different topics. So I love to do now. I don't even need to like look for a niche. Now I am the niche. And this is the mindset that I think a lot of people need to take in regard to their career as well. Alina, my mail ID is on like the top of my channel. You can just send me an email, and I'll respond to you in that. I love talking about that as well. Like I love talking about all the things that you've mentioned here: religion, reading about different philosophies, ideologies, psychologies. These are all things that interest me as well. Yeah, I'm kind of like that as well, and I'm not religious either. So yeah, that's about me. I'm like kind of like you in that sense. Okay. Do I have any more questions? One more thing I want to ask: if something is aligned with our personality, then why it feel boring sometimes? Why it always feel interesting, and also we feel like not doing the work? Why? So Sahil, yeah, this is a misconception. The misconception is that whatever we choose to like or love, we would enjoy every day. Now, this is a flawed concept, because look at what a good marriage is like. I'll give you an example in terms of a good partnership or a marriage is like. You'd see or you'd experience that people who are in good marriages, they are not super excited every day, but they have a certain baseline level of happiness or contentment that they always have. Even like, you need to understand that boredom is a part of the process. Boredom is not unnatural. Unnatural is like going from extreme depth, like going from super excited to super bored. But if there's a baseline level that you're maintaining, then that thing will never disappoint you. And our misconception is that social media has made us in a way that we are experiencing so much dopamine or so much unnatural hyper stimulation with things, that as soon as we come across a reel, we're like, okay, yeah, I love this. In 5 seconds you'll scroll. In 5 seconds you'll again scroll. So what is happening with our attention span? We are becoming more likely to not enjoy one thing, and we constantly want a lot of hyper stimulation. But this is not natural. Boredom is a part of the process. If you like, if you can, you have to come across like times when your career does not work, when whatever you've chosen business with is not like, you're not getting any sales. This is a natural part of the process. But our thinking or our thought process, and we have been socially conditioned nowadays through social media in a way to believe that everything is supposed to be super exciting. This is false. So whatever you're choosing naturally, there will be days when you don't feel like doing it. There will be days when you're tired, and that's very natural and human to feel. Don't think that it's something magical, that okay, yeah, you will always be super excited about it. There's a baseline level, and as far as that baseline level is maintained, you'll be good enough. If something is aligned with your personality, even if, like, look at this, I'll give you an example. No matter how interested you are in something, there will be days when you can't do it. Like, I'll give you the example of my fitness. Now I love fitness, okay, but in my life I've gone from having lost 20 kgs of weight to again having gained weight, from having dropped all of that weight again to again having gained it. So does that mean that if I'm excited about fitness, I'm 24/7 doing things related to fitness? No, but it's a part of my life. I go from it, I come back to it. I go from it, come back to it. But it's always on my mind. Whenever I see food, whenever I'm meeting people, it's in the back of my mind that I'll know about fitness. I'll know that is this person working out? Is this person into sports? This is something that interests me. How many calories does this food item have? So fitness is an interest of mine. But does it mean that I'm always super obsessed with fitness? No, it's just a part of my life. Brother, which year you're in studies? I've completed my studies. Like, I'm not in studies anymore. I've completed my masters. Hi, let go universe. Hi, hello. But yeah, I tried. I don't know you, but I have seen you somewhere, but I can't recall it where. Have you seen me somewhere, Harsh? Where have you seen me? How long has it been? Been 41 minutes, guys. Maybe 10 to 15 more minutes, and I'm going to end the stream. It's. I really love talking to you guys. By the way, I really love answering your questions. But yeah, I tried multiple things. Now I found out I love talking, communicating, and teaching. Initially, I was doing editing, but I quit now, deciding to learn content marketing, how to fail fast. By doing these, by iterating every day. Like, if you love content marketing, what is at the crux of content marketing? It's posting content. So go to some social media, choose some social media, and post content there every day, or try whatever your idea of marketing is. Let's say for you, marketing is selling affiliate links or something, right? So, and try doing that every day in different ways, and iterate quick. This is how you fail fast, and as a result, this is how you find out fast on what is for you and what is not for you. This is a really popular concept among entrepreneurs, that they understand that everything you need to fail at in order to learn, or you need to make mistake in order to learn. So they'll invest, they'll actually like actively make fast quick decisions, even if they cost them a lot, because to them that is so much worth. Like, it is much more worth to spend some money and come across a decision quickly than actually sticking to that decision for the long term, just because you're not sure about it. So even if you have to make mistakes, like, make mistakes. It's totally fine to make mistakes. It's totally, like, it's normal. The more mistakes you make, the more you learn, the more knowledgeable you get in that topic. Okay, I'll drop text. Sure, Alina, sure. And for people who are new to this stream or whatever, for, like, for whoever is new to the stream, or if you're watching this for the first time, if you guys have a certain problem that you want me to answer or give solution to, and you want to talk to me one on one through a call, I have the link in my chat, so you guys can click on that, and I'll give you a personal, like, one on one call, where I'll give you the solution. I'll guide you. I'll listen to your problems. All right. For all the people who are, like, coming to the stream for the first time, or have been coming across my channel recently. And other than that, I also, like, do these live streams on a daily basis. All right. Okay, bye bye, Murzur. Take care. Allah Hafiz. Yes, take care. Same to you, Alina. Brother, please tell me what you do. I do this thing. I do YouTube full time. By the way, there is always new people in the stream. Yeah, there definitely are new people, which is why I repeat this thing for to make people aware about that. Bro, I completed my graduation BCS and I want to go Germany for the job and higher studies. What I do? Do the process that you're required to in order to go to Germany, and ask yourself the question: what is it that what is something that you're interested in? What do you see a future as? But like, do you want to just go to Germany or for broad studies just for the sake of it, or do you actually have something that is in the back of your mind that this is your purpose? So I'd suggest you to go only if there is an actual purpose. If you actually feel that there is something for you, don't just do things for the sake of like someone else having recommended or suggested it to you, or you having come across some reel where someone is marketing to you, oh, you can go to Germany, your like, problems will disappear. That doesn't happen. And this is the same with career as well. Like whatever advice I'm giving to you guys, if you actually implement it, you'll find that you'll come across difficulties. It's not easy. Even if you come across something that you really love or something that you think you're passionate about, it will be difficult for you to actually make full like money from it. It will actually be difficult, and but the difference is that it will be healthy challenges. For most people, they're stuck with challenges because they have chosen the wrong career, because that thing is not even remotely interesting to them, and they have been forced into it. But if you're actually actively choosing something, not because not because it's been enforced on you by your parents or the society, then you'll face healthy level of challenges. But if you're doing something only for the sake of influence from someone else, then you'll have a whole different set of challenges, where you will repeatedly find yourself asking, do I even need this? Is this even something that I should be doing? That's the difference. I feel like I'm the only one who's coming every day. No, Amit, you're certainly not the only one who's coming every day. There have been a lot of regulars in my chat in the past. It's just that a lot of like Tanmay is just from the off my like chat. I can look at Tanmay. He's a regular as well for the past few days. So the thing with these channels is, Amit, is that like it's a large channel, right? 6,000 I would say is like a still a huge number. So like you can't expect everyone to be coming every day. Like there are phases where some people are regular and then it changes to other sets of regulars. So it's not like it doesn't happen in a series. And occasionally I'll also meet different people who are regulars who come just drop in, and they'll write a text or two, they'll talk to me a little bit, and they'll go, and that is perfectly normal. That's how a healthy organic channel works. Yes, Harsh, your chat is visible. I'm getting to it. I'm getting to as many questions as I can. Okay, one more. Like Karan. Karan is also a regular in this chat, Amit. There's tons of regulars here, but it's just that it does not happen in a series. Recommend me a book. This is gonna be my first book. Okay, if you want a first book, I'd suggest this, Psycho Cybernetics. Go for this. Just try it. It's a relatively interesting book, and it's like the concepts in this are really good. And also, if you are going to purchase it, if you decide to do it like physically, you can look at the links in my description or my videos. If you purchase from it, it's not that it will charge you extra or anything. I'll get like some part of bonus from it because I referred it to you, right? So that's my recommendation to you, Tanmay. You can go for Psycho Cybernetics, or even if you don't want to press that link, just buy this thing and whatever. It's fine. Listen, I'm a first year student. Give me advice in doing IT degree, and I also have personal interest in finance and financial markets. I've spent months learning it. What to do seems lost. Keep doing both. Like if you're doing finance, if you have interest in financial things, like you say, like the market, reading the markets, do that in your free time. Do give 1 hour of that to your time. Like just do it every day. Don't think about like getting outcomes, but think about the processes. The processes are that every day you're looking at the markets, or you're looking or analyzing things, and that's just in general a fun process for you. Just do that every day while you also explore IT. While you're finishing your syllabus, you're actually doing practical things, you're making projects, you're attending, like you're learning different languages, you're learning different frameworks in tech. This is the framework. Okay, Harsh, that is what you need to do. Okay, I'll buy from affiliated link. No worries, Tanmay. I'd suggest this book. Like, it's a good starting point. It's like I'll tell you the context of this book, or the contents in this book. Majorly, it evolves around making like a self-image. What is a self-image? A self-image is like what you imagine about yourself. Now, the problem with a lot of people, or most people rather, is that they have a very negative self-image or a poor self-image of themselves. They imagine themselves either as a loser, or they imagine themselves as a lazy person who procrastinates, a person who with like a lot of problems. But what we need, or what is ideal, is that our self-image should be healthy. We should acknowledge that, okay, my ideal self is this. This is what I would do. For example, now when I was starting out on YouTube, I always have told people, even when I had like one subscriber or even four subscribers, I've always told people, even when I was starting at YouTube, that okay, I'm a YouTuber, I'm a YouTuber, I'm a YouTuber. And what was this doing? It was not about how other people felt, it was about how my mind felt. Now, because my mind felt that I'm a YouTuber, I always look at the world or perceive it as a YouTuber. Now, what would a YouTuber do? A YouTuber would upload videos every day. A YouTuber would provide knowledge. Like, what am I? I'm an educational YouTuber. So now my purpose or my task in life is to actually provide a lot of value to other people through my content or whatever message that I'm passing or whatever I'm talking about. So now, when I'm looking at the world as a YouTuber, my life will be very different to when I'm looking or my self-image. I'm looking at like just as a trying YouTuber. Okay, I'm going to become a YouTuber. I'm going to become a YouTuber. Now you see, there's a difference. It's a very subtle difference, but it's like it makes all the difference. So if you're looking at yourself just as someone who's trying to be something, then you won't get the same results as when you're actually imagining yourself, or like you actually are imagining that thing actively. That okay, I'm a YouTuber, or I'm trying to become a YouTuber. I'm trying to become a good person. I'm trying to be successful versus I'm a successful person. What does a successful person do? They manage their time. They meditate. They do good habits. They're constantly learning. They're constantly changing themselves. They're challenging themselves. What does a person who's trying to become a good person do? They sometimes fail. They sometimes don't show up. They keep trying. They keep trying. So this is the difference in the self-image. This is what this book is about. It extends, and like there's a lot of good points that I can't completely like explain in 5 or 10 minutes. I actually haven't read the entire book. Hi, I'm in 10th and I'm confused about what stream should I take. Choose whatever stream, like whatever you prefer. Don't think about the scope. Think about this. Think about what you actually can do, and know this for a fact that whatever stream you choose, it's not going to actively affect your life. Like, yeah, it might seem like the world will change based on what stream you choose, but it won't matter at the end of the day, because in the future you can make changes in your life. So just treat this as a preference thing, that okay, if you prefer if you're more inclined towards the science subjects, and you're like, okay, this is more like, this will be more this is more fun for me, then choose that. If you think that I lean more towards commerce, then okay, go for it. If you lean more towards arts, go for it. And don't think that once you have chosen that, you can't change your choice. You can absolutely change your choice, and you can have a career in whatever field that you actually like in the future, as you develop, as you grow up. I want to learn English just like you. Start speaking English, start consuming more content in English. Or the best advice for me, like, even though you haven't asked for it, is that you need to give yourself at every day 1 or 2 minutes of your time, or even 5 minutes of your time, where you're coming in front of a camera and you're just speaking English. Even if it's broken, even if it's like you're making mistakes, that is going to happen. That is natural. Whatever you want to get good at, you will have to be a fool at that at first. That is the challenge, or that is what most people can't do. They can't look at themselves as fools, and that is the problem. Whenever you're starting something, you're going to be the biggest fool, or you're going to be stupid at that. When I was starting YouTube, I was the biggest dumbass at it, because I did not know how to title it. I did not know what to do add in the thumbnail. You can go and look at my first few videos. I'm still stupid. I don't know how to make a high quality, like, high production video, and that is okay, because this is my niche. I'm actively crafting it. Will I always be the same? No, I will learn from my mistakes. I will actively improve as I post more videos, and I'll get more valuable by the day. But in order for all of that to happen, I first must accept that I'll be a fool at the start. I won't get views at the start. I won't get not every day is going to look like, oh yeah, I'm getting thousands of subscribers every day. No, because it is organic, but because it is natural. And the nature of anything natural and organic is that it grows over time. And when it grows, it will be exponential. I'll give you an example, okay, of how my channel grew up. Like in the first 4 or 5 months, I was barely getting 30 to 40 views in every video. I was not even getting that much. In fact, I was getting 27 views. And I was like, for the longest amount of time, I was stuck at first 4 subscribers, then I was stuck at 20 subscribers. Then through some more and more videos that I was posting, through gradual improvement, then it went to 50. Then I celebrated my 50. Then I went to 100. And all of that happened over months span of time. But one fine day in January, I remember, it all changed. Like I was at 78 subscribers, and from amongst that, one of the videos really blew up. Okay, and as it blew up, I went from 100 to 300 or 500 in the span of 1 week or 2 weeks. And then all of a sudden, from January to March, I grew up in thousands of subscribers. I was like from 1,000 to 3,000. Then from 3,000 to 6,000, it took me even lesser time. It took me like 1 month or 2 months. So you can see the growth here, right? It does not happen linearly. It happens in spurts, but you never know that spurt. You can't predict that spurt, and that is the whole challenge. I've done a lot of talking in this stream today. We have, okay. Seems like you are into psychology. Yes, I'm into psychology. Psychology is something that I really like. I'm into psychology. I'm into philosophy as well. I'm into learning, honestly. I'm into learning whatever comes my way. I really love knowledge, and I love passing it on to other people. I love teaching it to other people. Also, for everyone present in the stream, if you want to share your problems with me on a one-on-one call, I have provided the link to you in the chat. You can click on that and you can book a one-on-one call with me, where I'll be listening to your problems and I'll be giving you like one-on-one guidance and what you need to do. Philosophy, nice. Whose philosophy do you find most interesting? I love Nietzsche. I love Friedrich Nietzsche. And before that, I was all into Stoicism, and I still am studying Stoicism again. सब के सब चोर है साले. कौन चोर है यार, त्रिवेदी? Do you mean the parties, or do you mean the content creators? कौन चोर है? मुझे क्या करना चाहिए? Okay, I'll answer this. Okay, मुझे क्या करना चाहिए आपके अकॉर्डिंग? मैं हर काम में बहुत ही ज्यादा स्लो हूं. इट्स आरती, इट इज टोटली ओके अगर आप स्लो हो, तो एज फार एज आप वो चीज को हर रोज कर रहे हो ना, आपको इवन अगर आप 0.1% भी इंप्रूव हो रहे हो ना, तो दैट इज मच बेटर देन आप कोई काम भी ना करो, आप रुक जाओ, या तो आप कोई भी चीज में प्रोग्रेस ना करो. तो अगर आप स्लो हो तो ठीक है, मैं खुद स्लो हूं बहुत. आई एम वेरी स्लो, आई एम अ स्लो ग्रोवर, कि मैं आस्ते आस्ते कोई चीज को करके ही सीख सकता हूँ. अगर मुझे कोई प्रेशर देता है ऊपर से कि यार जल्दी 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 चेंज हो, तो मैं नहीं कर सकता उसको. मुझे हमेशा हर चीज को समझने में टाइम लगता है, बट इसका एडवांटेज भी है. जब आप कोई चीज को अपना नॉर्मल नेचुरल टाइम देते हो ना, तो आप अपने पेस पर जब ग्रो करते हो, दैट ग्रोथ इज मोस्ट लाइक सस्टेनेबल. यू माइट सी दिस विद करियर्स, कि आप देखते हो कि क्रिकेटर्स या फुटबॉलर्स होते हैं जो आते हैं जाते हैं, एक्टर्स होते हैं आते हैं जाते हैं, ट्रेंड में आते हैं जाते हैं. लेकिन इफ यू आर स्लो, इफ यू टेक योर टाइम, अगर आप एक करियर अपने दिल से बनाते हो, यू क्राफ्ट थिंग्स आउट एंड यू लर्न इट इवेंचुअली, तो आप उतना अच्छा सीखते हो. एंड जब आप अच्छे से सीखते हो कुछ, आपकी फंडामेंटल नॉलेज बहुत स्ट्रांग बनती है. एंड जब वो स्ट्रांग बनती है, तो जब आप एक चीज में आओगे ना, वो जल्दी आप निकलोगे नहीं. यू विल बिल्ड अ लॉन्ग सस्टेनेबल करियर इन दैट थिंग. तो अगर स्लो हो तो कोई बात नहीं. एज सबसे इंपॉर्टेंट है कि आप अपने आप को चैलेंज करो हर रोज, थोड़ा थोड़ा उस चीज को करो, एंड थोड़ी थोड़ी, तो एज यू डू इट, आपका पेस अपने आप इंप्रूव होने लगेगा. आई एम नॉट कंप्लेनिंग ब्रो, आई एम टेलिंग रियलिटी. या यू आर राइट त्रिवेदी, आई एग्री, सबके सब चोरी है यार. बट आई वुड से त्रिवेदी के देयर इज अ राइट एंड रॉन्ग. यहाँ पे अभी जो हमारे देश में हो रहा है, उसमें देयर इज अ पॉइंट, अ पार्ट दैट आई वुड सपोर्ट, द पार्ट बीइंग द स्टूडेंट्स, द यूथ. जो प्रोटेस्ट कर रही है, जो सड़कों पे आके मेहनत कर रहे हैं, जिनको रियलाइज हो चुका है कि ये नहीं चलने वाला। तो आई वुड से दैट इज बेटर देन वॉट एवर जो हमें बेचा गया है या जो इतने साल से हम झेलते आ रहे हैं, विच इज कि हम चुपचाप से हम सिर्फ लाइक चुप बैठे हैं एंड कोई भी चीज में अकाउंटेबिलिटी नहीं मांग रहे सरकार से। सो आई रियली लव दिस कि यार ये हो रहा है, इतनी सारी चीजें हमारे देश में हो रही है, यूथ इकट्ठा हो रही है, सवाल पूछे जा रहे हैं। सो आई लव दिस, आई एम ऑल फॉर दिस। आप कितना पढ़े हो? मैंने मास्टर्स किया हुआ है, I've done my masters in computer science। डायरेक्शनलेस हो तो क्या करें? कोई भी एक हैबिट बनाओ। देखो छोटी छोटी बूंदों से ही पूरा सागर बनता है। सो द प्रॉब्लम इज कि हमें लगता है कि हमें कोई भी चीज में अच्छा बनना है तो हम पहले ही दिन में मास्टर बन जाए, लेकिन वैसा नहीं हो सकता ना। तो अगर आप कुछ भी नहीं कर पा रहे हो तो पहले दिन एटलीस्ट थोड़ा कुछ करो, 1 मिनट कुछ करो या 2 मिनट कुछ करो, पहले एक हैबिट बनाओ कोई भी चीज को लेकर। एंड अपने आप को इतना बड़ा चैलेंज मत दो कि आप वो ले ही ना सको। सो स्टार्ट वेरी स्मॉल। अगर डायरेक्शनलेस हो तो पहले स्टार्ट करो कि एक डायरेक्शन में आना, कोई भी एक चीज को चूज करो अच्छी, जो आपको प्रेफरेंस में लग रही है कि ठीक है मैं कल से एक्सरसाइज करना शुरू करूंगा, आई विल गो टू द जिम। कोई भी एक चीज अपने रूटीन में ऐड करो कि मैं ठीक से सो नहीं पाता, आई विल स्टार्ट टू स्लीप। चलो आई नो दैट गेटिंग सनलाइट एवरी डे इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट, तो मैं कल से स्टार्ट करूंगा, आई विल एटलीस्ट डू वन थिंग कि मैं हर रोज 5 मिनट सूरज के सामने जाके खड़ा रहूंगा। इट इज अ स्टार्ट। whatever good habit that you're starting, start with something. It might not be perfect but it is important for you to start, क्योंकि अभी आप सोए हुए हो तो you need to wake up. It is much better for you to actually do one thing right than to looking at different several hundred things, trying to do them rightly and not doing them anyway. I have advice भैया for you, भैया आप मोटिवेशनल स्पीकर बन जाओ कॉलेज एंड यूनिवर्सिटीज के लिए। But I am not a motivational speaker. I really want not to be a motivational speaker because I have a problem कि motivational speaker जो होते हैं ना, उनकी बातें मोमेंट में अच्छी लगती है, लेकिन जैसे ही वो जाते हैं उनकी एडवाइस लास्ट ही नहीं करती। तो आई वॉन्ट टू बी द काइंड ऑफ पर्सन जो जिसकी एडवाइस सुनने के बाद एक्चुअली में आपकी लाइफ इंप्रूव हो। ऐसा नहीं हो कि मैं आपको अभी अब कुछ बोल रहा हूँ तो आपको सुनने में बहुत अच्छा लग रहा है, लेकिन आप एक्चुअली में कुछ कर नहीं पा रहे हो उसका। सो मेरी एडवाइस फालतू की हो जाती है, मेरी एडवाइस बेकार हो जाती है। सो इफ आई रियली वांट, लाइक व्हाट आई वांट इज कि मेरी वीडियोस से या जब आप मेरी बातें सुनो तो आपकी लाइफ में एक्चुअली में इम्पैक्ट आए। एंड जब वैसा वैसा कुछ बोलना पड़ता है तो आपको मोमेंट में सुनना शायद अच्छा लगेगा भी नहीं। जब मैं आपको अभी कुछ बोलूंगा तो शायद सुनकर आप बोल रहे होगे कि क्या पागल पूरे दिन 1 घंटे बक कर रहा है यार ये। बट व्हाट आई वांट इज कि आप एक्चुअली में उसको अप्लाई करो। बट व्हेन यू अप्लाई दिस यू विल फाइंड कि एक्चुअली में आपकी लाइफ में चेंज आ रहा है। सो दैट इज व्हाट आई वांट टू बिकम, नॉट अ मोटिवेशनल स्पीकर कि यार बस मैंने आपको मोमेंट में कुछ बता दिया यार यहाँ पे लोगों को कि यार देखो ऐसे करो एंड फिर आपको मोमेंट में सुनने में बहुत अच्छा लग रहा है कि हाँ 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 यार सही बोला, लेकिन फिर कल वापस उठे सेम डायरेक्शन लेस, सेम वापस आपके आपके सेम पैटर्न्स हो रहे हैं। सो आई डोंट वांट दैट। आई डोंट एक्चुअली एक्सेप्ट द मोटिवेशनल थिंग जो हमारे दुनिया में भी चल रही है या जो कंटेंट में भी चलती है कि आप बहुत सारे मोटिवेशनल वीडियोस बनते हैं क्योंकि यार देखो आप ये करो वो करो। नहीं, मेरा मेरा मैसेज बहुत ज्यादा सिंपल बनाना चाहता हूं मैं। द सिंपलिसिटी इन माय मैसेज इज दैट कि कोई भी चेंज कर सकता है अपने सिचुएशन को, एंड इन ऑर्डर टू डू दैट यू नीड टू स्टार्ट लाइक रियली बेयर बोन्स, छोटे छोटे एक्शन से, नॉट परफेक्शनिज्म से कि यार इतना मैं तो बड़ा कर लूंगा एक दिन में। नहीं। यू वॉच श्वेताब गांगवार? आई यूज्ड टू वॉच हिम। I cannot concentrate for long time. How to deal with that? Stop. Use the Pomodoro technique. कि 20-25 मिनट तक कुछ करो एंड रिलैक्स एंड मूव अवे फ्रॉम स्क्रीन। सोशल मीडिया से हट जाओ थोड़ा थोड़ा। एंड अपने दिन के स्टार्टिंग में जो भी आपको whatever you need to focus on, whatever your high value work is, what is high value work? High value work is something that is the most priority for you. It might be studies for students, it might be preparing for JEE for a lot of students. So whatever studies that you need to do it at the start of your day. Whatever important tasks that you have to do it for the start of your day. Like focus for 20, 30, 40 minutes, whatever you can, whatever is your capacity. First finish it off at the start of your day, right when you've woken up. Do that first or in the first half of a day and just get wrapped up with it. You can actually let me tell you guys, a lot of us are wrong about how we perceive work. You actually, it's not humanly possible for people to focus on 12 hours or 10 hours or 8 hours a day. We can actually, even the best of us can only focus for 4 hours, 3 to 4 hours, and those are experts, okay, experts who have been doing it for years or months. So the maximum capacity that we have, that is actually ideal, or what we can actually do is like 1 hour at most. 1 hour of deep work should drain us, and that is like all that we can do. We are wrong about the concept where we think that we can work for 6 hours, 8 hours. Even if we are doing that, it will be shallow work. And what is shallow work? Shallow work is like, मैंने कर तो लिया बट उतना कुछ इम्पैक्ट नहीं आएगा उससे, मेरी लाइफ चेंज नहीं हो जाएगी. You're not actually doing good work. So good work comes in like really short spurts. And what is that short spurt? It's 1 hour of deep focus, or rather even 30 minutes of deep focus. उतना ही कर सकते हो आप. That is the ideal. उतना अगर आपने कर लिया ना, तो वो work, that work will be much more productive and better than giving 4 or 5 hours of shallow work. So understand this, guys. Which YouTube do you follow? I don't follow any. I don't follow any YouTube. I look at different things. Hi Maz, long time. Sorry guys, मैंने बहुत सारे क्वेश्चंस इग्नोर किए यहाँ पे. आई हैवंट आंसर्ड अ लॉट ऑफ क्वेश्चंस because I feel like I have answered enough questions today. तो अभी like I'm just choosing a random question और उसमें मैं जो भी आंसर कर पा रहा हूँ मैं कर रहा हूँ. I'm not answering all questions today. But anyways guys, again, like, just for people who are new to the stream again, and for people who are just like coming onto the stream, अगर आप चाहते हो कि आप अपनी प्रॉब्लम्स मुझे बताओ एंड मैं उसके बेसिस पर आपको गाइड करूँ, तो यू कैन लुक एट द लिंक जो मैंने कमेंट्स में छोड़ी हुई है. उससे आप मेरे साथ 1-on-1 कॉल बुक करवा सकते हो. वहां पे मैं आपको पूरा पर्सनली आपकी प्रॉब्लम्स को सुनूंगा. डिस्कॉर्ड सर्वर एक्टिव नहीं है. बाय द वे गाइज, हाँ देखो, जिनको भी ये टॉपिक्स से रिलेटेड, करियर से रिलेटेड, अपनी लाइफ में इंप्रूवमेंट से रिलेटेड जो भी बात करनी है, डिस्कशन करना है यहाँ पे, इफ यू आर बॉन्डिंग विद अदर पीपल, इफ यू वांट अ कम्युनिटी, उसके लिए मैंने अपने यूट्यूब के टॉप में एक डिस्कॉर्ड लिंक भी दिया हुआ है. सो यू गाइज कैन जॉइन दैट एंड वहां पे आप अपनी बातें कंटिन्यू कर सकते हो. एंड बाय द वे, माय लाइव स्ट्रीम्स आर रेगुलर. मैं हर रोज 8 बजे लाइव आता हूँ, एंड मेरी वीडियो भी हर रोज चैनल पे एक वीडियो अपलोड होती है. सो यू कैन आल्सो रेफर टू माय वीडियोस. मैंने करियर पे ऊपर माइंडसेट देके रखा है, सेल्फ इंप्रूवमेंट के ऊपर माइंडसेट लेके रखे हैं, साइकोलॉजी, सेल्फ इंप्रूवमेंट, ये सारी चीजों के टॉपिक्स मैंने कवर कर रखे हैं. एंड फॉर पीपल हु वांट टू कम्युनिकेट और लाइक मीट अदर पीपल, लाइक माइंडेड पीपल, आपको करियर से हेल्प चाहिए, कोई भी चीज में आप चाहते हो कि कम्युनिटी हो, तो उसके लिए मैंने डिस्कॉर्ड बना के रखा है. आपको मेरे यूट्यूब के टॉप पे मिल जाएगा वो चैनल, डिस्कॉर्ड का वो सर्वर है ना, उसमें आप बात कर सकते हो. यू कैन कंटिन्यू व्हाटएवर यू गाइस हैव टू शेयर. Your favorite movie? My favorite movie is Oh My God. Oh My God and Oh My God 2. Like, because I've watched it recently again, I keep rewatching it. Oh My God is my favorite movie. Oh My God and Oh My God 2. I really love Akshay Kumar in that movie. Guys, you can join my Discord, okay? भैया पानी पी लो यार. Thank you for reminding me. Do I have water? I don't even have water around me. Bro, 1 month में कौन सी स्किल सीखे? पिक अकॉर्डिंग टू योर प्रेफरेंस नवजोत. पिक अकॉर्डिंग टू योर प्रेफरेंस, जो भी आपको समझ में आ रहा है. मोर इंपॉर्टेंट इज कि आप कुछ करो चूज, रादर देन बीइंग स्टक इन दिस कंफ्यूजन कि आप कुछ भी, आप सिर्फ सोच रहे हो कि कौन सी स्किल करनी चाहिए. बिजी लग रहे हो? नहीं यार, मैं कहाँ बिजी हूँ यार, मतलब क्या ही है, मैं आंसर ही कर रहा हूँ लोगों के क्वेश्चंस. भाई आपको कौन कौन सी लैंग्वेज आती है? आईटी की मुझे सारी लैंग्वेज आती है यार वैसे तो. लाइक आई डन अ मास्टर्स, राइट? तो इट्स लाइक व्हेन यू आर कोडिंग, ऐसा नहीं होता कि आपको एक ही लैंग्वेज आती है नहीं आती. अगर आप मेरे सामने कोई भी लैंग्वेज रख दोगे तो आई कैन लर्न दैट, क्योंकि मुझे फंडामेंटल्स आता है, मुझे फ्रेमवर्क्स आता है. सो आई नो इनफ. तो अगर मेरे सामने कोई भी लैंग्वेज रख दो तो मैं मुझे उसको सीखने में टाइम नहीं लगेगा ज्यादा, बिकॉज आई नो द बेसिक्स। हाउ डू मैं पानी लेकर आता हूँ यार गाइस, थैंक यू फॉर रिमाइंडिंग मी हर्ष यार, क्यूटी, थैंक यू फॉर रिमाइंडिंग यार। मैं क्या बाय द वे गाइस, अगर आपको एक दूसरे से बात करना अच्छा लगा ऐसे और यू वांट टू कंटिन्यू कम्युनिकेटिंग एज अ कम्युनिटी, तो मैंने डिस्कॉर्ड सर्वर दिया हुआ है, मेरा डिस्कॉर्ड सर्वर है जो आप ज्वाइन कर सकते हो। देयर आर ऑलरेडी 90 पीपल समवॉट इन दैट डिस्कॉर्ड बट इट्स नॉट एक्टिव यस। तो अगर आप चाहते हो कि आप कंटिन्यू करो तो प्लीज ज्वाइन माय डिस्कॉर्ड, वहां पे बात करना स्टार्ट करो यार। कोई बात नहीं करता फॉर सम रीजन, 90 से ज्यादा लोग हैं उस डिस्कॉर्ड सर्वर पे और कोई बात नहीं कर रहा, तो यू कैन ज्वाइन दैट। Yes, Maz, I'll answer your question. How to deal with family issues while being totally tensed about career? Make video on this, please. A lot of teenagers in India are struggling with this. देखो, फैमिली इश्यूज से रिलेटेड इट्स समथिंग दैट यू मस्ट एक्सेप्ट। जितना जल्दी आप एक्सेप्ट कर लोगे ना कि रियलिटी यही है कि स्पेशली विद मेजॉरिटी ऑफ द स्टूडेंट्स और पीपल दैट यू विल फाइंड इन इंडिया, यू विल नोटिस कि उनके फैमिली इश्यूज है ही कोई ना कोई तरीके से, उनको सेम चीजें प्रेशर में मिल रही है। सो इट्स अ प्रिविलेज फॉर पीपल जिनके पेरेंट्स सपोर्टिव है, जिनके नहीं है उनको रियलाइज करना है और इसको जितना आप टाल सको टाल लो, या अगर झूठ बोलना पड़े, दिस माय एडवाइस, क्योंकि मैंने किसी और से सुना है और सीखा है एंड आई रियली फाइंड दिस हेल्पफुल कि आप ज्यादा स्ट्रेस लेने से अच्छा है कि अपने पेरेंट्स से अगर झूठ भी बोलना पड़े तो झूठ बोलो, कंपेयर्ड गिवन कि आप एक्चुअली अपनी लाइफ में प्रोग्रेस कर रहे हो। यू डोंट नीड टू शेयर एवरीथिंग विद योर पेरेंट्स, इट्स ओके। अगर आपको लग रहा है कि कुछ सही है, आपको दिल में लग रहा है, सो गो विद इट। इट्स नॉट इंपॉर्टेंट कि आप सारी चीजें पेरेंट्स के साथ शेयर करो, अगर नहीं समझ रहे हो तो ठीक है, फाइंड अदर कम्युनिटीज, फाइंड अदर वेज टू एक्चुअली एक्सप्रेस योरसेल्फ, लेकिन ट्राई करना आपका काम है। तो आप ऐसा नहीं है कि डायरेक्टली आप अपने पेरेंट्स से झूठ बोलो या कुछ ना करो, कम्युनिकेट करो विद योर पेरेंट्स, अगर उनको अपनी आइडिया समझाने की कोशिश करो, अंडरस्टैंड फ्रॉम देयर पर्सपेक्टिव ऑल्सो कि आप अगर आपका बच्चा होता एंड यू हैव लिव्ड विद अ सर्टेन अमाउंट ऑफ बिलीव्स, आपके जनरेशन में चीजें अलग चल रही है एंड फ्यूचर में अलग हो जाएगी, कंप्लीटली अलग हो जाएगी। तो ऑफ कोर्स यू विल आल्सो बी लाइक दैट मच हार्ड, क्योंकि आप टू अंडरस्टैंड, क्योंकि आपको लगेगा कि यार मेरा तो ज्यादा एक्सपीरियंस है इससे, ये बच्चा तो अभी ये चीज से तो मैं गुजर चुका हूँ यार, इसको तो कुछ पता नहीं है। एंड आई टेल यू आई कैन रिलेट टू पेरेंट्स बिकॉज आई नोटिस दिस। जब मैं इतने लोगों की काउंसलिंग करता हूँ, मैं इतने लोगों के क्वेश्चंस आंसर करता हूँ, आई सी पैटर्न्स कि यार अगर मुझे कोई आके पूछता है वापस कि यार मैंने इतनी चीजें ट्राई की, लेकिन मुझे इतनी सारी चीजें सोच रहा हूँ लेकिन मैं कुछ कर नहीं रहा हूँ, तो मुझे एक माइंड में एक वो आता है, इंपल्स आता है कि यार वापस देखो इसकी प्रॉब्लम ये है, मुझे समझ में आ जाता है। अब मैंने तो ऑफ कोर्स एक्सपीरियंस किया इसको फर्स्ट हैंड, तो मैं समझ सकता हूँ, लेकिन पेरेंट्स का आप सोचने की कोशिश करो, बिकॉज पेरेंट्स के जनरेशन में चीजें कंप्लीटली अलग थी। सो फ्रॉम वन वन थिंग मैं दोनों आपको बोल रहा हूँ कि आपको उनको भी समझने की जरूरत है, लेकिन अगर बहुत बार आप ट्राई करो और वो ना समझे, देन यू नीड टू अंडरस्टैंड कि ये नहीं होने वाला, मैं पत्थर पे सिर नहीं फोड़ सकता। आप ट्राई करते रहो भले साइड में, लेकिन अपनी लाइफ अपने हिसाब से जियो। अगर आपको झूठ बोलना पड़े उसके लिए तो बोलो, अगर आपको कुछ करना पड़े उस चीज के लिए तो करो। डोंट एक्सपेक्ट कि आपको हर चीज में 100% अग्रीमेंट मिलेगी। आई एम स्टिल नॉट सेटिस्फाइड, आई वांट कि आप इस पर और रिसर्च करो और एक डिटेल। अब पेरेंट्स की बात बोल रहे हो, पेरेंट्स में रिसर्च कैसे करूंगा मास, लाइक ये तो मैं अपने पर्सनल एक्सपीरियंस से ही बता सकता हूं ना। सेशन लिंक कहाँ है? अनफिल्टर्ड यू विल सी दैट इन माय पिन्ड कमेंट। गाइस आप मेरा पिन्ड कमेंट देख रहे हो कि नहीं? लाइक कैन यू सी माय पिन्ड कमेंट? और मेरे यूट्यूब के डिस्क्रिप्शन पर भी है। एंड या माज मैं इस पे मैं कैसे रिसर्च करूं, ये तो मैं अपने पर्सनल एक्सपीरियंस से ही बता सकता हूँ ना, लाइक इट्स अ पेरेंट्स वाला इशू। तो ये चीज तो अगर मैं पर्सनल एक्सपीरियंस से ही बताऊंगा तो अच्छी होगी, रादर देन मी हैविंग रिसर्च डन द रिसर्च ऑन दैट। पिन्ड कमेंट इजंट विजिबल। यार ऐसा क्यों है यार? अच्छा मैंने पिन नहीं किया उसको, मे बी दैट्स द रीजन। अब दिख रहा है क्या? नाउ आई हैव पिन्ड इट, अब दिखना चाहिए। भैया आई रियली लाइक योर स्ट्रीम, आई जॉइन एवरी डे, आई वांट टू I want I want to know your regular stream timing. My regular stream timing is 8. Harsh, it is 8. 8 बजे I come live every day. And for everyone here on the stream, I come live every day at 8. And other than that, I would advise. अच्छा माज tell me now. Like मैं आपको अगर इसमें detailed research करके भी दूँ, so would you believe the research or would you believe someone who's actually been through it first hand? Because I have been through it first hand. ठीक है माज, मैंने खुद ही एक्सपीरियंस किया है एंड मैं अपने एक्सपीरियंस के हिसाब से आपको बता रहा हूँ। सो आई थिंक दिस इज मच मोर यूजफुल देन मी टेलिंग यू कि देखो रिसर्च ये बोलती है, साइंटिस्ट ने ये फाइंड आउट किया है। सो आई होप यू अंडरस्टैंड मास। और आर यू टेलिंग मी कि मैंने इनफ पर्सपेक्टिव नहीं दिया, आपको समझ में नहीं आ रहा? व्हाट आर यू टेलिंग मी मास? भैया टेक माय क्वेश्चन। भैया यूआई यूएक्स डिजाइन में कोडिंग लैंग्वेज सीखनी जरूरी है? नहीं, इट्स नॉट इम्पोर्टेंट, इट्स नॉट इम्पोर्टेंट। एनीवेज गाइस, सो द शॉर्ट आंसर इज कि उनको उनके हाल पर छोड़ दो और अपना अलग करो। उनको समझाने की कोशिश करो, समझते हैं ठीक है, हर रोज समझाना आपका काम है, लेकिन समझना आप उनके बिहाफ में नहीं कर सकते। यू कैन नॉट एक्सपेक्ट देम टू अंडरस्टैंड ऑन देयर बिहाफ। आप समझा सकते हो, आप समझे उसकी गारंटी आपको कोई नहीं दे सकता। एंड इट इज नॉट, यू कांट लाइक डू। अब आप उसमें जितना आप अपना मेंटल एनर्जी वेस्ट करोगे उतना जाएगा। तो आप ट्राई करो, ट्राई करना आपका काम है, लेकिन 100% वो समझे वो आपका काम नहीं है। सो एक्सप्लेन, ट्राई टू एक्सप्लेन टू देम, ट्राई टू डू योर पार्ट, ट्राई टू कम्युनिकेट विद देम। अगर वो ना समझे देन मूव ऑन एंड डू योर थिंग, योर साइड, योर तरीके से वो उसको साइड में करते रहो। 30 मिनट में क्या ही होगा, मैं तो सिर्फ प्रॉब्लम बताते ही रह जाऊंगा। अनफिल्टर्ड अंकित, सी 30 मिनट्स मैंने वो टाइम दिया हुआ है, लेकिन द पॉइंट ऑफ दैट सेशन इज के उसमें मैं प्रॉब्लम सॉल्व करने की बात ही करता हूँ। सो दैट गोज अप, that can go up to 1 hour also, that can go, it has gone up to 1 hour 30 minutes also for students जहां पे उनको प्रॉब्लम नहीं समझ में आ रही थी। सो इट्स नॉट 30 मिनट्स मैंने टाइम दिया हुआ है वहां पे, इट्स अ स्टैंडर्ड लेकिन जरूरी नहीं है, बिकॉज द पॉइंट ऑफ दैट सेशन इज टू क्लियर द डाउट ऑफ हुएवर इज कमिंग इन दैट सेशन. तो वैसा नहीं है कि अगर मैं आपका मैं डाउट सुने बिना, मैं 30 मिनट्स हो गया, मैं वॉइस देख के चला जाऊंगा, यार देखो 30 मिनट्स हो गए, आप जाओ आप यहाँ से. सो दैट इज अ स्टैंडर्ड. लेकिन ये मत समझना कि मैं आपकी प्रॉब्लम सॉल्व करे बिना जाऊंगा. सो लाइक मोर और लेस मैं आपको क्लैरिटी दूंगा, वो मेरा प्रॉमिस है उस चीज में, कि मैं जितना आपको क्लैरिटी, इट इज लाइक कि मैं, the point of that session is to give clarity. It's not कि 30 मिनट हो गए चलो मैं सुन के चला गया. Just that is all. आई थिंक 1 hour 20 minutes मैंने आज अपने नॉर्मल टाइम से भी ज्यादा टाइम दे दिया स्ट्रीम को. आई लाइक यूजुअली आई डोंट डू दीज लॉन्ग स्ट्रीम्स. 2 more minutes एंड दैट विल बी इट. अभी मैं बातें करता हूँ तब तक आप लोगों से. आई डोंट थिंक आई कैन आंसर मोर क्वेश्चंस राइट नाउ. मेरा गला ऑलरेडी सूख गया एंड आज की वीडियो रिकॉर्ड करनी है इसके बाद. सो आई हैव टू प्रिजर्व अ लिटिल बिट ऑफ माय वॉइस फॉर दैट. I guess guys you don't understand the thing it takes to actually be live for 1 hour 20 minutes and to constantly keep answering questions. Say something about nihilism philosophy. I had a phase in my life जहाँ पे I was believing in these things के nihilism पे I was very hell bent on it. मुझे ऐसा लगता था. Now I'll say this in a very simple way, simplified version. I understand that nihilism is very complex. इतना simple नहीं है उसमें. लेकिन मैं nihilism में believe करता था और like I was embodying that philosophy, which is what nihilism में था कि नहीं यार कोई मैं क्या भी कर लूँ क्या ही मतलब है. But it is thanks to me discovering stoicism कि मैं I went slowly from that phase कि जहाँ पे मैं वैसा सोचता था कि नहीं यार मैं जो भी कर लूँ क्या फर्क पड़ता है, टू अंडरस्टैंडिंग कि अगर मैं ऐसा सोचूंगा अपने बारे में या मैं लाइफ के बारे में ऐसा सोचूंगा तो मेरा माइंडसेट ऐसे ही चलेगा. अगर मुझे लगेगा कि ये मैटर नहीं करता तो मैं तो कुछ भी नहीं करूंगा फिर. एंड लाइक मेरा चॉइस है ना, इट्स अ पर्सनल चॉइस. तो अगर मैं ऐसा सोचूंगा तो मेरी लाइफ तो उस तरीके से जाएगी ना. नाइलिज्म यार कुछ भी करूं क्या ही फर्क पड़ता है. एंड वी स्टार्ट टू एम्बॉडी दैट. लेकिन इफ यू स्टार्ट टू बिलीव दैट वॉट एवर यूर डूइंग एक्चुअली मेक्स अ डिफरेंस, it actually makes a difference, then you will actually embody that. आप अपने actions को इतना ज्यादा importance दोगे, and when you do that you will actually notice a difference in your moods also. So that is what I would say like nihilism के बारे में. But it's a very interesting philosophy nonetheless. I would advise you to keep reading on it, and जब naturally आप उसमें sense बना पाओ, rational कर पाओ, उसके हिसाब से करो चीजें. अब उसके बाद Discord पर WhatsApp पर पर्सनल बात कर सकते हैं. हाँ कर सकते हो यार, कर सकते हो. मेरा भी वही फेज चल रहा है. माज देखो इट्स ओके, कंटिन्यू डूइंग दैट. जो आप अगर नाइलिज्म फेज में हो तो नेचुरली रहो उसमें. ऐसा नहीं है कि मैं आपको बोल रहा हूँ कि एक दिन में चेंज होगा, लेकिन अंडरस्टैंड थिंग्स, गो थ्रू थिंग्स नेचुरली. तो अगर आपका वो फेज चल रहा है सो गो एक्सपीरियंस इट, लेकिन रियलाइज दिस एंड रीड अबाउट दिस. नॉट जस्ट, इट्स नॉट कि आप सिर्फ नाइलिज्म फेज चल रहा है तो आप ट्राई एंड बी अवेयर अबाउट थिंग्स, ट्राई एंड चैलेंज योरसेल्फ एवरी डे. अब ये मेरी भी गलती हुई है बहुत बार कि मैं अगर एक चीज मैं सुन लेता हूँ किसी से तो इट्स वेरी हार्ड फॉर मी टू चेंज माय स्टांस. आई डोंट चैलेंज माय सेल्फ इनफ. तो दैट्स व्हाई आई कीप लर्निंग एंड लुकिंग एट डिफरेंट पर्सपेक्टिव्स इन लाइफ. जैसे श्वेताब गांगवर का चैनल है. व्हाट आई रियली लव अबाउट द चैनल इज कि वो इतने सारे एक्सपीरियंस आपको पिक कर मारता है, पर्सपेक्टिव्स, एंड ही इज वेरी वेरी रैशनल अबाउट इट. आई लव दैट एंड आई थिंक दैट इज अ वे, दैट इज अ रियली गुड वे टू लुक एट प्रॉब्लम्स. कोई भी प्रॉब्लम जब आए अपनी लाइफ में तो उसको नोट डाउन करो, देखो अलग अलग चीजों के बारे में सोचो. लुक एट इट फ्रॉम लाइक अपने आप को थोड़ा दूर करके उस प्रॉब्लम से देखो. लुक एट इट फ्रॉम द अबव. देखो कि ऊपर से मैं अगर अपने आप को देख रहा होता, नोटिस कर रहा होता, या तो मैं अगर किसी और इंसान मुझे ये आके प्रॉब्लम बता रहा होता अपनी, तो मैं क्या जवाब देता उस चीज को. लुक एट थिंग्स फ्रॉम डिफरेंट पर्सपेक्टिव्स. डोंट जस्ट गेट स्टक ऑन कि यार द प्रॉब्लम इज ना कि हमारे माइंड में इतनी सारी फीलिंग्स होती है. माइंड में फीलिंग्स होती है, आई मीन हम इतनी इमोशनल क्रिएचर्स होते हैं ना कि हम अपनी प्रॉब्लम के साथ एसोसिएट करने लग जाते हैं. नाउ आई विल गिव यू एन एग्जांपल ऑफ दिस. अब फॉर एग्जांपल चलो मेरे वीडियोस में मान लो व्यूज नहीं आ रहे. सो इंस्टेड ऑफ थिंकिंग कि देखो मेरे वीडियोस में व्यूज नहीं आ रहे, आई स्टार्ट टू एसोसिएट दैट विद माय पर्सनालिटी कि ये मेरे वीडियोस में व्यू नहीं आ रहे, मेरे व्यूज नहीं आ रहे, मैं लूजर हूं. क्यों? क्योंकि मेरे वीडियोस में व्यूज नहीं आ रहे. बट द थिंग इज कि मेरे वीडियोस में व्यू नहीं आ रहे. अ वीडियो दैट आई मेक इज एन एक्सटेंशन ऑफ माई सेल्फ. इट इज नॉट माई होल थिंग. ऐसा नहीं कि एक वीडियो मेरी पर्सनालिटी को डिफाइन कर देती है. अब हम अपने आप को काम के साथ एसोसिएट करने लग जाते हैं कि अच्छा मैं पैसा नहीं कमा रहा, मैं लूजर हूं. दिस इज नॉट हाउ यू लुक एट इट. इट्स लाइक it's a phase, क्योंकि I have done certain actions in my life, क्योंकि I have been through certain experiences and my responses might not have been good because I was not aware enough, because मेरे पास इतनी knowledge नहीं थी, because I was going through certain things which I was ignorant about. That's as a result शायद मेरी गलतियों के थ्रू मेरे लाइफ में ये अभी सिचुएशन चल रहा है. That is a more objective, not objective, that is a more subjective way to look at it. Anyways, guys, I think that is about it. I have answered as many questions as I can. अच्छा अमित, आपका क्वेश्चन रह गया. आपका क्वेश्चन रह गया. इतनी चीजें दिमाग में चल रही है ना, ये कर लो वो कर लो, पूरा दिन कोर्स ही देखता रहता हूँ, शायद 10th के बाद करना था, ये 4 साल लेट हो. अमित, आई गिव यू एन आंसर फॉर दिस. एक्चुअली मैं वीडियो इसी पे बनाने वाला था आज की. आई डोंट नो इफ आई मेक अ वीडियो ऑन दिस टॉपिक इटसेल्फ, बट देखो जब आप इस फेज से गुजर रहे हो ना, इट्स मच मोर बेनिफिशियल फॉर यू अमित कि आप इतनी सारी चीजों को कंज्यूम करना बंद कर दो, कोई एक चीज को पकड़ो एंड उसमें लग जाओ. इवन इफ इट इज रॉन्ग, अगर आपको लग रहा है कि मैं इतनी सारी अलग अलग एडवाइस दे रहा हूं, तो स्टॉप टेकिंग माई एडवाइस. मैं आपको खुला बोल रहा हूँ, स्टॉप टेकिंग माई एडवाइस. अपने आप की दिल की सुनो. आपको 50 लोग 50 अलग अलग चीजें बताएंगे, एंड इफ यू आर इन दिस साइकिल राइट, व्हेन यू आर आस्किंग एडवाइस फ्रॉम डिफरेंट पीपल, तो आपका दिमाग खराब हो जाएगा. उससे अच्छा है आप एक इंसान की एडवाइस पकड़ो. अपने आप की पकड़नी है तो अपने आप की पकड़ो, बट चूज समवन, वन थिंग चूज एंड देन गो अहेड. आपको आई नो आपको लगेगा कि यार अगर ये गलत हुआ तो, बट अगर गलत भी हुआ ना तो एटलीस्ट आपको कुछ पता चलेगा, बिकॉज राइट नाउ यू आर स्टक एंड इट इज मच बेटर टू बी इन अ रॉन्ग डायरेक्शन देन टू बी इन डायरेक्शनलेस. तो पहले थोड़ा कुछ पकड़ो एंड उसको एक्चुअली में करने की कोशिश करो. इफ माय एडवाइस, इफ नॉट माय एडवाइस, देन चूज समवन एल्सेस एडवाइस. कुछ एक चीज को चूज करो एंड चूज इट विद योर मनी, और चूज इट इन अ वे दैट इज एक्चुअली मैटर्स. कोई ऐसा बड़ा डिसीजन लो. अगर डिग्री चूज करनी पड़े तो डिग्री चूज करो. अगर कोई चीज में इन्वेस्ट करना पड़े पैसों से, तो पैसों से इन्वेस्ट करो. क्योंकि क्या होगा ना कि आप एक बार चूज कर रहे हो ना, आपको समझ में आएगा कि यार इसमें तो मेरा स्टेक है, अगर मैं नहीं करूंगा तो मैं तो फेल हो जाऊंगा, या तो मुझे बहुत सारी कॉन्सिक्वेंसेस झेलने पड़ेंगे. सो चूज वन थिंग एंड स्टिक टू इट at the start, even if it doesn't work. Okay, that is it. I think I've answered all questions, most questions today, and thank you guys for coming to the stream. कल 8 बजे मिलेंगे, एंड आज भी एक रात को वीडियो आएगी मेरी, तो वीडियो में मिलेगी फिर. थैंक यू गाइस फॉर कमिंग टू द स्ट्रीम, एंड आई विल सी यू इन टुमारो स्ट्रीम. बाय बाय, गुड नाइट.